Hello fellow modelers, welcome to my little Throwback Thursday here. While I'm working on the Canopy F-16, and as I mentioned before, the F-16 is one of my favorite aircraft. My Throwback Thursday here harkens back to why the F-16 is my favorite aircraft. Started back in the late 70s when as a young kid, 8, 9 years old, my dad took me to the local hobby store, toy store, where they sold the plastic model kits, and I picked up this very same kit. This one I got off of eBay, but this is the kit that I got many years ago. And this is how started my fascination with the F-16. Thought I'd do a little unboxing here. I mean, this is a used kit. It's been open, but let's take a look. Alright, so this is the front cover. See, this is still the demonstrator model with the red, white, and blue color scheme. Let me take a look there at the box art. See, it looks, you got the pilot there. You got the little bombs. And the wing missiles. So, a lot of changes on the F-16 since then, but the basic shape has stayed the same. Take a look at the side art there. The end panels, which is just the same as the cover. And then here on the side, you got a little blurb about the aircraft itself. Oops, sorry. Here, so you can read it. See, it's copyright 1977. So this is quite an old kit. And that's a picture of the actual finished model. Alright, let's open her up. Take a look. Again, I bought this off of used, so it's all the parts of, some of them are off the sprue. So here we have the main body and the lower body. The main body has the wings already molded into it, as well as the horizontal stabilizer, which is good. It's a size kit. Don't worry about any seams here in the wing roots like you do on that Academy kit. Detail-wise is all common for the era, raised panel lines, but pretty good, pretty decent. You can see there. So here in the cockpit, you got some details there. See how well that shows up in the camera. So you got the details there for the HUD and apparently some side control panels there. You do have the molding there for the air brakes. And then the underwing. Oh, look, you got the little copyright there. This was very common back in the day, putting the copyright in the plastic. Here's the bottom. Also, all this time inside, you have the little copyright stamp for Monogram there. And then underneath, again, raised panel lines. And you got actually some decent details here in the wheel well. Actually, I don't know how accurate that is, but in some ways it looks better than some like the Rebel kit I built a couple months back. And all the parts. Here you got the jet nozzle. Actually, pretty good details. See what else we got here. Here's one of the sprues. Apparently this is where probably the body was, looks like. Yep, looks like a perfect fit for the body. So here we have the nose wheel well, part of the intake, the other part of the intake, the wheels, the two air-to-air missiles, part of the cockpit, pylons. So here in the wheel wells, wheel well doors, you got some pretty decent detail there. Bad for an old kit. Alright, these are the instructions, but let's take a look at the other sprue. Alright, so that opening there, that is for the other half of the body. Here you have your bombs. You have your fuel tank. And the other fuel tank. So this actually comes with the wing pylon fuel tanks and the center tank fuel tank. And here's the fuel tank. Actually has the little fins for the fuel tank that comes in the center, and the fins for the other wing air tanks. You have your landing gear struts, your front nose gear with the nose wheel molded in. Again, here you got part of the nose wheel door. Again, you got some details there. You can see the rivets, raised rivets. It's common, you have the actual part numbers molded inside some of the parts. That's good. Actually, that's a good idea. That's why they don't do that anymore. So you can cut off the parts, you still know what part they are. Pretty nice. And here we have this old decal sheet. You can see it's quite yellow. And even compared to this old yellow paper, that is yellow. So highly doubt that this is usable anymore. That's a little piece of nostalgia there. The old instructions. I do remember reading these as a kid, referring back to these instructions. I guess it's 77, probably back 1977. Let's see what else I got here. We have the vertical stabilizer. It's a little scratch, but not bad. We have the little pilot. Let me zoom in here so you can see this a little closer. Sorry. Alright. Actually, not a bad detail. With this little kit. You have your one-piece canopy. See, what's the person up there? Oh, I see. They have the canopy wrapped up in some paper. Here's the instructions. Just zoom out for this part. See it better? Alright, so here's the simple instructions. Again, copyright 1977, monogram, some instructions before you begin, a little blurb about the F-16 fighter, and then you start the parts, instructions. In this case, they actually start with the main gear, nose gear, and the intake. You move on, putting on the doors, putting on the bottom fins. Then you move on to the cockpit, and the seat, the pilot in the cockpit, the fuselage, putting them together, and then decide what you want to do for the ordnance. You can do the center fuel tank, the wing fuel tanks, or do you want the fuel tanks or the bombs? And you put together the tail, the exhaust, and then finally the nose and canopy. And give you some painting instructions here, just in plain English. What gets painted what in plain English colors, no color reference, just black, metallic gray, olive drab for the bombs, pilot, the canopy detail, and then you have your decals, or decals, some of you say, for this demonstrator. So it's cool. You know, it's an old kit. This is how I started my little fascination with the F-16. I'll probably do another Throwback Thursday for another model that I did as a kid that also influenced my model building. So hope you enjoy this. And wondering what are your throwback models that you have, that you did in your childhood, that have resonated throughout the years, that you still keep in your hearts, in your modeling hearts, that you might still revisit now. This particular model, I probably will build it. I'll probably do it, try to do the demonstrator model, build it correctly this way, compared to I did when I was 8, 9 years old. I'm sure I didn't do that great of a job back then. Right? I hope you enjoy this, and thank you for your time watching. Right, have a good day.